Hey guys, my name is Logan with Nissan of Cookeville.
And my name is Lance. And today we're going to be comparing two SV four-wheel drive trim packages. This one on my left is a standard wheelbase.
And on my right, we've got the long wheelbase configuration. Today we're going to be showing you guys some of the major differences between these two trucks. Alright guys, so my favorite thing about the SV long wheelbase configuration is, quite simply put, going to be the value of it. Not only do you get an extra foot added onto the length of the cargo bed, but you also get a whole lot more equipment inside than what's on your standard SV. You actually get every single piece of equipment from that SV convenience package that we talked about a few videos ago. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at some of my favorite features about the SV long wheelbase. Alright guys, so moving on to the bed of this truck, this is obviously going to be the most important part, considering that's the most major thing that happens whenever you move up to the long wheelbase configuration. Now, just like every other Frontier, we've got a dampened tailgate. What the SV long wheelbase configuration gives you in the bed, however, is going to be this wonderful factory spray and bed liner. Gives a nice grippy surface to make sure none of your cargo is going to be sliding around, plus adds an extra layer of protection for the cargo bed. Alright guys, so I've already mentioned a few things that get upgraded with the bed of the truck with the long wheelbase configuration. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the interior features. First and foremost, and one of my favorite, is going to be the dual zone climate. Not only that, but you do also get a little bit more functionality out of the truck as well. You've also got a 120 volt outlet on the back of the center console as well as in the bed. One more thing that I forgot to touch on with the bed is you also get some LED cargo lights. That way, no matter whether you have a bed cover on or it's just dark outside, you can see everything that you've got in that bed.
Hey guys, so I know Logan just gave you a lot of great information about what differences are in the long wheelbase versus the short wheelbase. So now I'm going to go in a few comparisons and a few differences that really separate these two trucks as far as the standard wheelbase goes. Something to compare all the Frontiers as far as with the redesign goes is every Frontier now is going to have a standard Dana rear axle. Whereas in the past, in order to get it, you used to have to get the Pro 4X or the Desert Runner. Also, another standard feature is this all steel damping tailgate, which even though it is all steel, it is still light enough to where you can lift it with just one finger. One difference between the short wheelbase and the long wheelbase is going to be that towing capacity. So in the short wheelbase, you do get a little bit more as far as 6,330 pounds of towing, whereas in the long wheelbase, you get a little bit less as far as 6,260. And another big difference that might convince you to go with the short wheelbase over the long wheelbase is going to be the turn radius, because it is a little bit tighter, a little bit better in the short wheelbase. So I know that on the long wheelbase, they did come with the spray and bed liner, the under lighting, and the receiver hitch. And as far as that goes compared to this one, this is optional to where you can do aftermarket, or you can have us put it in for you, or it can be part of a package. Those type of things. All right, so we're going to come around here to the side of the vehicle, because not everyone's going to need that 6-foot bed, because it's more so for a work truck than it is more so people using it as an everyday driver. You can use it as a daily driver, but more times than not, if you're going to get that 6-foot bed, it's going to be because you're using it for a work truck. But as you can see, the comparisons of the vehicle, the inside is the exact same between the two, most of the same features. So now that we are inside the cab, we're going to go over a few similarities inside the vehicle as well as a few differences inside the vehicle. So, as one thing that's going to be standard on all four-wheel drive 22 Frontiers is going to be the shift on the fly four-wheel drive. So as you're driving down the road, if you realize you need to kick it into 4 high, you just have to hit that switch there. Now to kick it into 4 low, it does still have to be in neutral, push in on it and push it down to 4 low. And then to go back to 4 high, same thing, in neutral and twist it back. But then once you're in 4 high, go down back to the 2-wheel drive. Now another similarity between the two, other than just the appearance of the interior of the vehicle, is going to be the Apple CarPlay Android Auto system. So they're going to have the 2 USB ports, USB-C and USB-A, down there for your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto. Another comparison across the Frontiers is going to be the display. This one is a 8-inch touchscreen display. As you can see, it does have Sirius XM, AM, FM radio, Bluetooth audio, as well as we already talked about the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I talked about the major components of the interior that are the similarities. We talked about the infotainment center. Of course, the interior, there's not going to be too much different there. And then the steering wheel, of course, the buttons on the steering wheel, there's going to be a lot of similarities in those as well. So what it's really going to come down to, but if you're choosing between an SV long wheelbase and an SV short wheelbase, is which one's going to fit your lifestyle better. And I think with the better turn radius and better towing capacity, you can't go wrong as far as a daily driver with the standard short wheelbase Frontier. All right, guys, thanks for watching our video today comparing the short and long wheelbase 22 Frontiers.
Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to our channel. And if you guys have any questions about either of these two trucks, be sure to leave those down in the comments below. And one more thing before you guys leave, we've actually been struggling on coming up with a name for this little series where we take one vehicle and compare it to something else. If you guys have any suggestions for what we should start naming this series, be sure to leave those in the comments below as well. Thanks, and have a fantastic rest of your day.